Thank you very much. Do you know that 7 out of 10 people that leave their homes in Kenyan urban centers use BodaBodas, motorcycles, to reach home or to go to offices or to go to work? And you also know that 9 out of 10 people who receive packages in the urban centers in Kenya, whether it is packages for home use or for office use, they get it through BodaBodas. And that's how important the BodaBodas are. Now these BodaBodas, they employ up to 1 million young people in Kenya. That means they're the biggest single most employer in the country. However, they face a lot of challenges. On one side, they don't own those assets. The riders don't own those assets. They're just renting. That's up to 70% of the riders. On the other side, they lack basic protective helmets. You can see that picture, they don't have the helmets, and that's the average BodaBoda rider. So protective clothing, they lack that. On the other side, they also lack access to credit which they can use to access things like fuel or airtime that helps them to do their work. Now this is why we came together, my team and I. Now my team is composed of 3 other people. So myself, I have got 16 years out of training as a lawyer. I've been doing consultancies, and I've owned a business before. I'm the head of product in the company. And then there's my colleague, Caroline, who is the COO, has worked with BodaBodas before in a family company. And then there's our head of tech, Dre. $50 of data. We want to offer them this platform. So this is what we have built in the Araka Super App, a single ecosystem solving all this. Our revenue model is whenever I give you that bike and you're paying us over 18 months, 24 months, we earn 4% monthly interest, and it is on a flat scale. And the second revenue model is that when we give you that credit, that microcredit for value-added services, we earn 10% monthly interest. And our third revenue stream is that when we give you access to mobility and logistics clients in our platform, we are earning 5% commission of every job that you get. And finally, our fourth revenue stream in Araka is that when you use our platform, for you to be able to pay bills, utility bills, we are being paid 1.5% as Araka by the aggregators themselves. This is not paid by you, the client. That is our revenue stream. That's how we make money as Araka. We have had some traction since we started in November last year. Our platform is up and running live on both iOS and Play Store. Secondly, we've now had around 400 drivers signed up and around 300 users testing the system as we speak. We've also built a team around the product, both myself and the 2 technical leads. And also we have employees already interviewed and ready to join us as soon as you invest in us. And lastly, we've also built partnerships. We have partnerships with API companies that gives us access to creditworthiness tests. We have partnership with companies that gives us access to credit reference bureau report of the clients who are going to be borrowing from us, so that we can do risk analysis. The market opportunity is so big. In Kenya alone, there are over 1 million motorcycle riders, but of all those, all the 4 companies offering loans to the motorcycle riders have only given 175,000 motorcycles, meaning that the other amount of motorcycles are on rent or on borrowing, just take it today, I use it, I return it, or on renting. There's no path to ownership. And when there is that lack of ownership, they even drive recklessly. So that market, from every rider, we can earn up to $3.16 in revenue, not in turnover, in revenue per day, $3.16. So if you target only 10% of the available market, then you're looking at a target market of up to 65 billion, and 10% of that is 6.5 billion USD, and that's what we are targeting as a company. We have competition, of course. Our market is tested, our idea is tested. We are not running an idea that is, green. There are already people in the market, but we are offering a better solution. We are cheaper, we are more efficient, we are a central marketplace. And what we're asking for right now is 28,000. Out of the total 48,000 that we are raising in this round, we already have a commitment from a local VC fund of the 20,000, and we are offering the investor either a convertible note or equity. If it's a convertible note, you can join our current raise at 8% per annum interest for 3 years. And if it is equity, then our post-money ask in terms of valuation is $580,000 US. So 28,000 at that valuation. That's what we're asking for. It will allow us to go to market, to prove our model, to finish the integrations, and then to be ready for the next round of growth and financing. And okay, there is of course a revenue for you to earn with us and exit, and that's the quick plan that we have. We are going to be raising and have a chance to exit as an investor in the next round, or to stay with us for 5 years and exit at IPO with 200x return on investment. Our company, we have de-risked our company extensively for you. Every money we give out, we take out credit life insurance. Every motorcycle rider that we deal with, they have to be run through a credit reference bureau so that it's safe. And we also have to analyze their mobile money accounts to see that they have not been borrowing from elsewhere and they are not overstretched. So that then allows us to secure the money. But we also make sure that we have a tracker in that motorbike. We can track it and then cut the fuel supply. And the impact that we offer is that every bike that we give is one permanent job created. On the other side, when you're giving the electric bikes, then you're also saving the planet. But on the other side, also giving them this microcredit at a lower rate also make sure that they start getting the journey of financial inclusion. Thank you very much. We ask you to invest in us and support us to create more jobs for Kenyans. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Are we on time? Let us know. Anyway, so we are going to open the floor for questions. We have exactly 10 minutes, so any questions? Mark, I'm so happy to go back on the slides and pick up any content that you want to understand better. So we'll first give audience to the local audience. So any questions, the local audience?
Both.
Both electric
and fuel, yes.
Who caters for the maintenance?
They cater for them. Remember that they're owning it, so they cater for them. For us, we track one metric, that every week you must take it to the dealer to do a service. Must be service at a dealer's place. Because that's where you have the original spare parts. And the dealers all across the country for the IC bikes. Electric bikes will only do within Nairobi where they're dealers.
Hello, how are you? Who is your competitor? Who is your competitor in the market, and what makes you different from them?
So in terms of asset PAYGO loans, the main competitor is the Latvian company Watu Credit that offers us 60% per annum. We do 48% per annum. Such competitor is also from Latvia. It's called Mogo, also offering 54% per annum. We're doing 48 per annum. So the market is very commoditized. People really value the money. So pricing is key differentiator for us. In terms of the microloans, We have over 120 apps that offer up to 50% interest per week. We're offering 10% a month, so we're competing on price in their space, but also in offering a central place for them to access all this.
And what is this one reason that you think TechRich should invest in Araka?
So the one reason why you should invest in us is because we are the most efficient unit, offering the most all-inclusive solution to the BodaBoda rider. Every other person out there is attacking the problem from all over, only addressing one part of the problem, and expensively. If you invest in us, we're able to solve the problem, but affordably and in one place.
Great. Any other questions in the room?
Hi. How will you track the model of, let's say, security for the bikes?
Two ways. One, we fit a tracking device, a tracker, at the assembly point. So for them to move, they have to tamper with the engine. So that's the first way of tracking if it's moving or if it's stalled. Secondly, the people that you give the bikes are members of the circle. So there's that social origination and social trust. You don't just walk to the office and give the bike. So that's also guarantee. One person from your family and two from the circle, the stage association. This also helps us know that we're giving it to the right person and that we can find you in case you were to do anything fishy with our bike. Thank you.
Second hand here, then lastly.
Thank you for the presentation.
Okay.
Just to follow up on something you mentioned, the credit facility, is this sitting on your balance sheet or are you partnering with an partner who's through this?
Part of our balance sheet, one of our main revenue streams.
So then, is your fundraise, are you raising equity and debt separately or are you combining this?
We are combining depending on the terms of the investor. So long as it is nothing beyond 8% per annum dollar denominated, or it is nothing beyond 18% per annum in terms of local currency, we'll accept it in debt, or in convertible note, or in equity.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks as well. A really elaborate presentation. What have you learned from the tests in the market which you carried out in terms of your traction?
Many things. One is that we are the single most united marketplace for the rider. There is nothing like us. People who offer ride hailing only offer ride hailing. Uber, Bolt. People who offer PAYGO financing only offer that. Mogo, Tukende, Latvia. And people who are offering credit, short-term credit, only offer the short-term credit, all the 120 apps, including Fuliza. So we've seen that our approach is a little different. And the fact that we're not giving them money, we're giving them the product. So they just go and pick the product. Also makes us in such a place that we are sure of the use of money. In other places, when they go for the money, they use money from one platform to pay a debt in another platform. For us, they use the service with us. So some of the differences. Also the fact that we are cheaper, we are the cheapest in terms of the interest rates, in terms of the length of time, we are the cheapest still.
So does that translate into the number of customers you currently have right now?
We are just in the pilot phase, so we haven't started giving the loans actively yet. People using our platform are still not using without paying, they're just using the platform for free, but it is ready.
So those who are using the platform for free, what's their behavior? Are they coming in and sticking to it? How long are they still on the platform, for example?
So far, no driver who signed up has left the platform, mainly because they are not paying any commission right now. And that's how they like it. Even our competitors, when they came to the market first, they said no commission. So that's what keeps the drivers in the first place. But we have a whole host of incentives and bonuses that we plan to give them, including giving them free 50 MBs for the first 30 days, and that will only cost us $1. So the market, there are strategies that we can use, that we are going to use, that we've seen, that will work in our interest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we are time Q&A. Maybe quick one for our panelists online. Namina, do we have any questions online?
Thank you. No questions from me.
Good.
I have a question for you, Pascal. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, yes.
Okay. You mentioned electrical vehicles. Did you mention that only for the purpose of marketing, or are you actually going to stimulate the use of electrical vehicles?
We intend to be actually a platform for electric vehicles in the long run. In the meantime, since we don't have a lot of charging infrastructure, we're going to be doing both. Because ultimately, the electric BodaBoda saves the rider up to $3 every day. Today, a rider will spend up to $5 in fueling alone. But with the electric bike, they can charge for 50 Kenya shillings, that's half a dollar, for 100 kilometers. So it makes so much sense. It's not just a sexy idea. It's a practical idea in terms of cash flows. It makes so much sense for the rider to transition to electric bikes. And it's easy for them to transition because they don't own the current ones they're riding, they're just renting. They just move them from renting into ownership. So it's something that you want to do. We have partnerships with all the 4 local assemblers of electric vehicles, OPBus, EcoBoda, Fika Mobility, and also we have a supplier out of China that will be way much.
I'm sorry, your audio dropped away.
Electric car or electric BodaBoda than if they're using the fuel BodaBoda. Quick maths, to fuel the fuel BodaBoda today, they spend up to $5. But to charge the electric bike for 100 kilometers, it is 50 Kenyan shillings. That's $0.5, meaning that in a day, they end up spending around $1. So they save on that account. Also in terms of servicing the engine, the electric vehicle, the issues of oil, changing oil do not arise. So they save up to 80% of their servicing fees. So yes, we are going to do electric bikes. We have partnerships already with all the key assemblers of electric bikes in the country. There are 4 of them. We've gotten quotes from all of them, and also one out of China, which is way cheaper. So yes, it's something we're going to do. But in the beginning, we want to get to the market with both, and then we phase out the fuel ones as we move towards full electric.
So if these electrical vehicles are so beneficial, why not push it more? It makes you more distinctive.
It does, makes a lot of sense, but we also have to do education for the riders to know about it. So if we have the money today, we want to use part of it to education to get some, but also we need to start making money right away. So those who just know about fuel or who just want fuel, then we'll service them at their level of need. Our key goal is to serve the client at their level of need.